Good afternoon, welcome back to my channel, and this is going to be my pickups for August 2023. It's been quite a busy month actually, to be honest. Got a fair few bits and bobs here. I got quite a bit from second-hand shops as well, which was nice. I don't know what's happening, but there seems to be quite a few games just now in my local second-hand shops, which is brilliant. But I'll jump straight into gifts, a couple of gifts that I got. So these gifts I got from Ross Bahaha, and they're brilliant. So recently I did a wee video on the kind of magazine wall that I'm doing, and he sent a wee message to me asking me if I wanted any of these magazines. He had a whole bunch of them, but I picked these two out because I know actually he was going to swap shop later on in the week or something like that, so he needed to take some stuff on with him, even though he had hundreds of stuff. But I picked out these two magazines because I thought they were nice kind of covers. So the first one is an official Nintendo magazine, Zelda Returns. It's got the Link Reawakens on 3DS 10-page feature inside, so that's kind of cool. Picked that one up off and grabbed that one. And then this one's a lovely magazine, and I used to love reading these magazines. These ones were very critical with their reviews, but I really did like these magazines, and it was Edge, and this one's brilliant. I love the pink background with Link with the wee blue tunic on, Wind Waker. But this is also the Edge Awards magazine, and this year, what got the I can't open it because I put the bloody clips on it already. It was Metroid Prime. That's what got Game of the Year, the Edge Game of the Year that year. So these are brilliant. So now I can hang these up on the wall. Hopefully. The Edge one's a little bit smaller than the normal average magazine, but it's getting there now. Brilliant. Thanks very much, Ross. Oh, sorry. And then there was this lovely big Destiny limited edition strategy guide. I used to love Destiny. I remember back in the day, like years ago, and it was in an Edge magazine actually. I was reading a whole feature on Destiny before it came out, and it was just when Sony bought Bungie, and they were labelling it as a 10-year game, and I think it's been going on for a lot longer than 10 years now. But me and my two brothers absolutely loved Destiny. It was fantastic, we loved it to pieces, and I would love to get back into it. Recently I tried to get back into Destiny 2, but I was just so lost with it because I've been away from it for so long. But that's a beautiful big big strategy guide, but also with loads of lovely like artwork and everything. I won't show you it all because we're here all day. You've got the Fallen and things like that. And what were these guys called again? Jesus Christ, can't remember. My big brother was shouting at the screen telling me what they were called, but that was a wee goblin. But this is just absolutely brilliant. Loved it to pieces. Back then we used to play it all the time, and even without the slipcase, the slip cover on it, it looks amazing. You've got a hunter there. It's just a lovely big hardback book. And then also inside there was like this little envelope, this little sleeve envelope, and it's got like really original artwork from back before it was released even. These are brilliant, these will be really nice framed actually. Fantastic, absolutely loved it. Oh. It's really annoying. Vex, that's what they were called the Vex, the robot kind of baddies. You had the Fallen, the Vex, Cabal, the Hive. Aye, Destiny was class. Anyway, another gift I got was from, sorry, thank you very much, Ross Bahaha. And then Ross, my little brother, he gave me Dark Souls. I'm not looking forward to this, but he said I have to give it a go because it's absolutely brilliant. And I know Jordy Slasher will be like, get on it, get it played, because he absolutely loves these games. And I've seen footage of this, and it looks absolutely stunning. I mean, the Soulsborne games, I mean, I absolutely love Bloodborne, but I can't play it. Like, I love everything about it, the graphics, the setting, the music, the tone, the mood, everything is so good. But I just can't play it for the life of me. I would love to be able to play it, but I just can't. I can't do it. But one day I'll man up and get Demon's Souls played. Next, this one is from eBay, and we started doing the Game Club 52. So there's a couple of us that I did a video on it. There was a couple of us that picked 3 games. We spun a wheel, and then this game was picked. And this game here cost me a third of my monthly budget. But I'm really happy to have it. And I wouldn't have normally bought something like this unless I had the intention of playing it. And obviously I've had the intention of playing it, and I've played it. I was playing it the other day there. I played it all day the other day there. It's so good, man, but really, really hard. I managed to finish it, completed it, but I've not 1 credit completed it, 1 CC'd it. Anyway, sorry, it's Fire Shark. It came manualless, and it was 43 quid including postage from eBay, which isn't too bad because I've seen on eBay it was 70 quid with a manual, and in CEX it was 65 quid with a manual, or maybe not manual, a CEX lottery and all that nonsense, all that jazz. But really happy to have it. The manual I don't really mind too much. I got a PDF manual on my phone, so I could see the buttons and I could see, and it's kind of mad because it's got a wee storyline and everything, and it tells you all about the different planes, different enemies and all that. But really happy to have that. And Steve, Retro Red Steve, this was one of his picks, so he made me spend 43 quid, so thanks very much for that, Steve. Cheers. Anyway, brilliant, really enjoyed it, and I think everyone else is having a good wee blast on it and enjoying it as well. In fact, sorry, I know that Ross nearly 1cc'd it. Ross Bahar nearly 1cc'd it. I think Paul went over, I think he did 1cc it. Dylan, I think he did as well. I mean, he will. He showed off a picture of his completion or something when it was like 3 million points. So I'm sure he bloody 1cc'd it. I've not seen Eddie playing it yet, but he's got everything packed away just now in his new house. But tons of people are playing it, so that was ace. Oh, and somebody else who was not part of the Game Club 52, but he jumped in as well, which is really cool and really nice. And it's Subliminal VCR. So I'll give him a wee shout out as well, because he wanted to jump on it as well. He just released a video and he got to level 6 on 1cc. 1 credit, sorry. Anyway, enough on that. What we're going to next? Game. Because I do like a wee 3 for 2. So this 3 for 2 I got this month was Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne HD Remaster. So I've got this already on PS2. I picked it up a couple of months ago, but it was in the mix, so I thought I'll grab it in the PS4, and I'd much preferred to play it in the PS4 than play it in the PS2, I think. And then we got Returnal, so another staple for PS5. Looks absolutely balls hard, like looks rock solid, but also it looks absolutely gorgeous, so I think it's going to be a cool game to play, but I don't know when I'll get around to that. I don't know when I'm going to be brave enough to get around to it. And then Klonoa Fantasy Reverie on the Switch. I don't buy many Switch games. I don't mind getting Switch games when they're chucked into like 3 for 2, because I feel like I'm getting my kind of money's worth. But yeah, I played the first one on the PS1 via the PS3 store. I've also played it on the Wii via Eddie Roller Explore. He gave me the Wii version, and then I can play it on this and then play the second one, so looking forward to that. Really enjoyed it. Nice and colourful kind of platformer, nice and easy to kind of jump into. It's not too demanding. It's really nice. So that was a games. Next we'll do Facebook Marketplace. So I picked these up on Facebook Marketplace, and I've got them both digitally, but I thought I'd pick them up physically for the collection because they were only a £5 each, and they go for a wee bit more in CEX. So Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered, I'm sure that goes for 15 in CEX, I'm pretty sure. And then I got Spider-Man, and I'm sure that goes for 18 in CEX. I could be wrong, but I think it's roughly around them values. So for a £5 each, I thought that was really cool and nice to add to the collection. What is next? cash generator. Yeah, cash generator. So I picked up a bunch of games here. And again, I've got most of them digitally, but now I've got them physically, which is really nice. And I got SOCOM 2 for the PS2. It was only 50p. I mean, I always pick up a PS2 game for 50p. I think I've played a SOCOM game on the PSP, but I've never played it on the PS2. And I've got the first one, so it's cool to have the second one. I know there's a whole bunch of SOCOM games out there. So we've got SOCOM 2, Shadow of the Tomb Raider Definitive, and that was £5.99, so £6. Look forward to playing this on that. I will be playing this year because I've played the other two, and their class, the Tomb Raider reboots are absolutely brilliant. Like up there with Uncharted. I do prefer Uncharted, but these are still like stunning games, and this one, opposed to the first two, this one's got a photo mode, and I absolutely love a photo mode. So I got some nice pics of Lara up on my Twitter. Call of Duty Modern Warfare, so the reboot. I don't think I've played this. I've played Modern Warfare 2, we got that for Jay's Christmas, and I played that, and I absolutely loved it. I think I'm kind of one of the few people that like the Modern Warfare campaigns, like the stories. I loved them in the PS3. I thought they were fantastic, and then they've rebooted it. So Modern Warfare 2 is a different game to Modern Warfare 2 on the PS3 than it is in the PS4 and 5. So I really need to go back to play this as well. And I know they're releasing Modern Warfare 3, and I'll get that as well at some point, because I really do enjoy the campaigns and the storyline. I like the characters of Shepard and Soap and all that, and Ghost and everything, and Makarov and No Russian, and I was right into it back then. I really loved it. I did enjoy the multiplayer, but I don't play multiplayer that much anymore. But I do still love the storyline, so I'm happy to have that along with Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I think I'll get 3 when it comes out. Maybe not day one, I'm not spending 70 quid on it, but I do enjoy them. And then I got Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition, that was only £2. Sorry, that was £3, and this is £2. Brilliant game, absolutely brilliant. Again, I'm sure Eddie said that this is one of his favourite first person shooters from that era, like the PS3 era. But really cool to have it on the PS4, and this has got, I don't know if the DLC's on the disc, but it's got like additional stuff on the, hopefully it's on the disc, because I have played it on the PS3 or 360, and it's just brilliant. It's just balls mental, like shooting shit and kicking stuff. It's just good. It's just really good. Good fun. And then a bunch of second-hand stuff. In fact, we'll go here first. This is, so we went down to the Harbour Gala, like in our hometown down at the harbour. We went down, and there was bouncy castles and all that stuff for Jay to play on. We've seen a wee stall, and Jay wanted to pick up some Pokemon cards, so the Pokemon, there was wee tins, so the lassie wanted a £5 for them, and she had a couple of games for £1 each. And there's nothing special here, I just picked them up because I'm a tenner and he got his card, so I thought I'd pick up some games. Just games that I don't even know, I just picked them up because they're there, to be honest. We've got Harvest Fishing for the DS. No idea about these games, by the way. Well, I know about them, but I probably won't play them. So, sorry, Harvest Fishing for the DS, Harvest Moon Magical Melody on the Wii, Sega Bass Fishing, somebody else picked that up recently. Retro Bear picked this up, but he picked it up on the Dreamcast, that's what it was. Sega Bass Fishing, Phineas and Ferb Across the Second Dimension. I think this was pricey at one point, but I think it was pricey on the Wii U, not the Wii. But yeah. And then this one's quite funny because we were in the Amusements, which is just across from the harbour as well that day, and Jay was playing that big Deal or No Deal machine, and he was absolutely loving it, and I think he got like 130 tickets out of it, so he nearly had the 200, like the top prize kind of thing. And then this was there, and obviously he wanted that, so we got Deal or No Deal as well. So a wee bit of no Edmonds in this as well. So aye, he's not played it, and I don't even think anybody will play it, but there's only £1. Oh, we'll do these. So a whole bunch of second-hand shop stuff. A whole bunch. And I'll do these first because they're no games. So I've been picking up some movies recently because I just kind of want to have a little movie selection, to be honest with you. That's the only reason. So I picked up Seven, one of my favourite films of all time. I think it's absolutely brilliant. It's a thriller, I'm sure everyone's seen it. And it's just fantastic. It's an absolutely stone cold classic. I love Seven. And then we picked up Bullet Train as well. So I picked this up because it was 50p and it's quite a new film. And I've heard so many good things about it. It's a really good kind of action-packed kind of movie to watch. So I look forward to watching that actually. Blade Runner, again, classic movie. But I've read the back, the blurb on this, and it seems like it's changed. Yeah, the back says that it's changed the kind of narration, the voiceover narration at the start and things like that. So I don't really, I'm not that clued up in Blade Runner, but I've seen it like years and years ago, so I don't know if I'd noticed the differences, to be honest. But cool, we've got Blade Runner. And then I picked up 2 CDs. So I'm only picking up CDs like that are quite nostalgic kind of thing. Because back in the day when my uncle was still here, like he used to always give us like movies, DVDs, games and everything. And we used to love getting movie soundtracks off of them. So I picked up the Matrix soundtrack, which is bang, quality tunes and that. And Top Gun as well, 50p each, so I just grabbed them. Those movies, sorry, were £1 each, and these 2 movies were 50p each. Recently I played, No More Heroes, and No More Heroes is very kind of, there's strong influences of Takeshi Miike. I used to call him Takeshi Mike, but it's pronounced Miike, as I found out playing No More Heroes. And they mentioned this film in the game, and it's Yakuza Apocalypse, a Takashi Miike movie. And I found this in a second-hand shop. I thought I have to get it. I have to give it a bash. So Yakuza Apocalypse. And then there was another Takeshi Miike film in there, which was Blade of the Immortal. To save her life, he will take 1,000 others. Again, I've not seen any of these, but I thought I'd give them a chance. So that's movies out of the way that nobody wants to see, to be honest, but I thought I'd chuck them in. Second-hand shop games. So I found Need for Speed Most Wanted Black Edition for £4. I had a wee shot of this. It's still a good game. It's a little bit choppy, it's a little bit framey, but the way it looks and the way it plays it's a stunning looking game on the PS2. That was £4. Ty the Tasmanian Tiger Bush Rescue 2. So I'm not a player Ty Tasmanian Tiger, but it looks really colourful and a nice kind of platforming game. If I'm ever in the mood, or when I'm ever in the mood for that. I picked up Sims Double Deluxe. So I picked this up because I wanted to pop it off to Geordie Slasher, because his wee bairn, she was playing a lot of Sims, but he didn't want it, so I've got it in the collection. Battlefield 4, I picked this up because I don't think I've got Battlefield 4. And again, I really liked one of the Battlefields again for the campaign. I can't remember if it was 3 or 4. It was the one you start, you're in a car that's oh my god, what's the word? Drowning. You're drowning in a car. It's just brilliant. I remember that start up, and I remember the kind of the bit where you went into the big high-rise building. It was just a really cool game. So I picked that up as well, and that was £1. Sims was £1. And then a second-hand shop in my hometown. Those ones were from here, like a local kind of town. A second-hand shop in my hometown. They had Just Cause 4 for £1. And then I asked at the counter if they had any more. I don't usually do that, and I really should. Everyone says you should do that, but I'm just kind of shy and I don't really do that. But I did ask this time, and she brought out a wee box of games. A lot of them I had, but this was in display, and then she brought out a box, and I grabbed these 2 as well. So I got Shadow Warrior. Again, Eddie, I'm sure he played a Shadow Warrior this year. I think it was the newest one though, but I've heard these games are just really good fun and good first person shooters. So that was £1, and then Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion 5th Anniversary Edition as well for £1. This was a wee steal actually, to be honest with you. It's got the disc in there, it's got the bonus DVD, and it's got a poster and manual. It's all there. That's quite cool. That was a good wee find. Second hand shop in Air again. So these ones, there's nothing too special about them, but they were just again cheap enough that I'd pick them up, all for £1 each. So we got World Super Police. Looks like a good kind of car chasing kind of game. Looks alright. Spartan Total Warrior. I picked this up, but it's not the game that I thought it was. The game I thought it was called Rome or something. What is it? I can't remember. It's not the one I thought it was. I thought it was the Capcom game. What's that? Shadow of Rome, I think it's called. That's what I thought this was, but it's not. Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. So this is the one with the 2-player co-op. And I mentioned a couple of, I can't remember when it was I mentioned that I picked up two towers, and I thought that was the one with the 2-player co-op, but it was actually this one. So it was nice. I don't even know if I've got this. I don't think I have. And if I did have it, it was probably platinum. So it's nice to get the kind of black label of it, because I do remember playing that on the GameCube with my pal, and it was really fun in 2-player co-op. Super Monkey Ball Adventure. Somebody else picked up a Super Monkey Ball recently. I'm shit at remembering people. Who was it? Marathon Gamer. He picked up a Super Monkey Ball. He was talking about how, like, I think it was his daughter that was playing it and all that, and he had a lot of fun with it. I remember playing this as well back in the day, and it was just bloody rock solid. Such a tough game. But I've got that now. Zappa, One Wicked Cricket. I want to say that Rossbar has streamed this, but I don't know if he has. It just seems like the kind of game that he would stream. I think he did. Did he? I don't know. Can't remember. And then RC Revenge Pro. So those were all from our second hand shop as well, up in Air, and they were £1 each for that selection. And then my last thing is a CEX Flip. So I did a CEX kind of shot on my channel not long ago, and it was taking some stuff in, and I had a whole bunch of stuff, traded it in, and I had my mind set on getting these. There was 4 games that I really wanted, but they didn't take one of the games, which I was gutted about. They didn't take Alien Soldier, and that was like a whole chunk of my plan, and they scuppered it. But I still managed to get, and I can't even. I took the prices off them, so I can't remember how much it was. I have to check the shops. But I got The Last Story, and I've been wanting this game for the longest time. I used to have it like a year ago. No, sorry, I didn't have it. I had the manual and the manual in the case. I didn't have the disc, but I passed it on to someone. It was who was it? Black Ranger. So Black Ranger found the disc in a yard sale, I think it was, and I thought, Christ, I thought it would just be nice to give him the case, even though he's in America. But I thought it still would be nice to give him the case, even though it was PAL, but he had obviously the American disc. But yeah, so he's now got a complete edition, a complete Last Story, and now I've got the complete Last Story. So loving it. I really want to play that sooner rather than later. And I think that was 60. And then I got Mura Masa, the Demon Blade. I think this was 35. Yeah, I think it was 35. So I got Mura Masa, it was on Swap Shop not long ago. It was Alex, Arcade Archive. He had this on Swap Shop, so he did. And I remember watching Swap Shop and then I went up to the other next day and I did my kind of my flip, and I managed to grab this, so really chuffed with that. It looks amazing on the back, and so many people have said it's a fantastic game, so looking forward to giving it a blast as well. And then I paid for this one at £12 because so the game that I left behind was Fragile Dreams on the Wii, and that's at, I want to say, £65. And then I picked this one up because I thought this one would go obviously sooner because it's cheaper, and it's Xenoblade A Chronicles because it was £12. So I paid for this one, but I wasn't paying 65 quid for Fragile Dreams, so I'm hoping to bundle a couple of things up together and go up and get that Fragile Dreams at some point. But I heard brilliant things about this as well. Look forward to giving it a go. And that's it. That's all my pickups for this month. Thank you all very much for watching. And I have to also say a massive thank you to Co-op of Nerds. They won the YouTuber of the month last month, and they nominated myself along with a bunch of other guys for YouTuber of the month for August. I'm going to try and remember them. There was Total Level, sorry, I'm terrible at remembering things. Total Level, Drinking Games with Josh, Luke's Awakening, and Phil, One Up Phil. Sorry if I've ruined your names there. But yeah, so if anyone wants to go and pop over, give a vote to any of the guys for YouTube of the month. My choice was Drink a Game with Josh. I like watching his pickup videos, in particular his what do you call it? A subscription base. Video Game Monthly. I like watching his Video Game Monthly because it's always a surprise and he gets surprised by it, and it's a genuine. I just genuinely like interested in his videos. He's a really nice guy. But yeah, if anyone's still interested in YouTube of the month and wants to go over and cast a vote to one of the guys, then please do. And that's over on the Real Bit Wars YouTube channel. But anyway, sorry. Thank you very much for watching, and take care. Cheers.